Alright, we're gonna go through what we've been working on. So, first we have discovered that the 12 valve swap 3rd gen actually does need a CPU. I probably am gonna do a video on it, but anyways, I had a battery with a dead cell. I fried the ECU, which runs alternator and all that other crap on this truck. So, there's one big project, is fixing that. We ended up having to swap the dash cluster out because bad battery, which I could swear it was reverse polarity, but it wasn't reverse polar. It wasn't, that polarity wasn't reversed, but it was. That battery right there has now cost me almost $1,200. But anyways, so what we've been doing lately is we've been parting out 3rd gen Cummings. Kind of on a roll with it. I'm looking into actually power window swapping that truck up there. So this is a 06 model Laramie. Getting to learn a little bit about them. You know, apparently there was like a big difference in the middle of the 3rd gens. Like when they changed the headlights, they actually changed a lot of how the electronic system worked. The fuse boxes are different. The gauge clusters are different. Shit like that. But this one was owned by some tweakers, I think. So, yeah. And we'll go to the other side of the yard and show y'all some of the other stuff. Oh, we've been doing, before I forget, husking and shelling black walnuts. We have about 20 gallons of those. There's the crane. This is a propane pump setup I bought with meter and all. That might end up getting shown to y'all too, how that works out. The poor man's TJ, it blew. I think the front transmission seal finally went out. We're gonna figure out what's up with that. But it was running fine, then it just blew it out and started smoking one day. The YJ's back up and running fine. The tires are going flat, but we got some doors for it finally. I don't know if y'all ever seen my winch mount. This is a Harbor Freight winch mount that I custom plated for a Warren winch. Holds up pretty good. I tried to rip it in half last time it went out. It didn't rip in half, so that's good. Alright, then we have this TJ. We've got it about halfway ripped apart. We haven't touched it in almost a month. But that's a little 4-banger. AX5. T-case. All that other crap. Parting it out. We're going to take this lift off and put it on that YJ over there and hopefully get the body mount swapped over. That is the cab for it. Got no piece of junk. But now we're going to walk down there. We still have not cut the tree off the 1st gen. It still upsets me, so I refuse to look at it. Absolutely freaking sucks. The gas truck's back for the winter. Here are 2 more trucks so far. There's jet boat parts. But here's the frames off of the last 2 Cummins trucks I've torn apart. Usually when I start parting stuff out, I find somebody who has something similar and inexpensive. So we sold one of the cabs to a guy who had wrecked. More parts. The guy who wrecked his, he needed these 2 pieces right here, which are actually integrated into the cab. So if you ever want to see like how the main superstructure of a 3rd gen Dodge looks like, that's it. This is more shit that I actually need to do. If I haven't, I need to get that cleaned up and dyed. There's our whole entire dash cluster. I actually have a good dash. A whole stack of doors. It hasn't been raining much, so I don't think it's rained in months. But anyways, yeah. Then more doors, a bad dash cluster. There's no square body. We bought it to part it out. Well, it actually came with this truck. So, this truck actually cranks and runs. Oh, here's another 3rd gen Dodge chassis. And then this is another 3rd gen Dodge chassis which is probably going to go up under this truck, honestly, because I need axles and I have almost no money in these, and it's going to ruin my 205 plans. But you know, honestly, it'll be a better upgrade. I've got to notch about 7 inches out of this, but that's not going to be hard either. I'll probably take it out of right here in the middle of this, right by where that 4x4 support is. That way it's not too big of a load. I could probably take it out farther back. I might do it on the back side of this, but that's to be determined. And then of course this whole square body. But anyways, that's a quick little update on what we're not doing and what we have laying around.